Hey yo, what's up y'all? DPD19 back again with another video, and we are going to talk about the box update for MetaZoo and give my opinions on it, what I think, and just kind of go over that. Now, contrary to popular opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of changing it, and I'll explain why. So, in terms of which one looks better, I actually like the look of the new one better. Now, does that mean that's the right decision to make? No. In my opinion, no. Um, if you were going to do it and you can do it 100% your way, cool. And you decided, you know what, maybe this is a good idea. Maybe this is a pivot I want to make. All right, cool. But the fact that the packs themselves, with it so late into production, with it a month away from release, cannot be changed, it looks weird to me. I don't like it. I think they should have only made the change if you could change the packs with it. But seeing as you're going to have the original packs that were in the box, in the new box, and it looks like an eyesore when opened, in my opinion. You have the bright red packs, which kind of, to me, was like an homage to the old MetaZoo. And that's what the box was in general. And some people are saying, I hated the box. It was dog shit. Some people say they don't mind it. Some didn't mind it and liked it. I was of the mind of I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. And people act like CN1 was this fucking amazing box. That box, when you look at it, is dog shit. It is trash. And I think this one is a step up from the original one. And I think what they were trying to do was an homage to the old one in terms of the, who's that MetaZoo type look. That probably wasn't the best idea. And I'd love to know who decided on that. That's, I don't know. It had to have been that had to have been the inspiration. If not one person who said that pack art thought that it looks exactly like Pokemon, where it's who's that Pokemon like in between the shows, then what the fuck is wrong with you? I won't understand it. But in terms of the box itself, and a lot of people like, oh my god, it's so amazing, they're listening, da da da. Let's be honest here. If the difference between you buying the new MetaZoo or not is strictly the outside of the box, I don't know if you should have fucking money. If I'm being real. If that was the difference between you buying or not. The inside of the box still has the pack art that was on the front of the box. So when you open it and you look at the packs, you're still not going to be happy. No, most people are not even talking about the pack still inside. That it looks stupid to have two vastly different things. It looks like all these people talking shit. Oh, I thought this was like a fake leak from Alibaba when they saw the original MetaZoo box art. Motherfucker, it really looks like it's from Alibaba with a different type of pack art in the fucking box. But I don't see those comments. I see people happy because they got what they wanted to an extent. And I'm happy that at least one or two other people mentioned the same thing I did and I thought, which is it's setting a dangerous precedent over MetaZoo, and it just started again. And that was Dan from Catch 'em All Collectibles that said that. I couldn't have worded it better myself. Reinforcing the complaining and the noise, and I get it. Not everyone's gonna like it. Maybe they panicked and their pre-orders weren't as much as I thought there'd be. Maybe they wanted to do that and heard all the noise and got bothered by it. I have no idea the reasoning for it. I would have stuck with it. You did all this research, you did all this work, stick by it. At this point, if you're going to change shit listening to the community, go change the look of the card. Like now I'm worried, like if it had more time, we were showing all this earlier, would you have changed the card layout if there was a chance to? I don't, And I know I'm probably in the minority with this. I don't give a fuck. Everyone, y'all can have your opinions. I don't care. I'll have mine. Like, we can disagree. That's whatever. But I agree with Dan. You are setting a dangerous precedent of if you bitch and moan enough with enough people, you can possibly get what you want. That is not a good game plan. And this goes back to what I've said from when they first came back. Opening the Discord is a mistake. Because some of these people bitching and moaning will probably not really spend much on your product to begin with. They just want to bitch. They might FOMO into the first set, but they might leave immediately after. So you've changed something for people that were bitching that aren't going to be here anyways. The box on the outside is not going to change what's on the inside. If, like I said earlier, if you buy this box solely because of the outside, like if you buy it, one box display piece, cool. That's what few of us do, but some of us do have a box just to display. It's a dope box to display. But if the cards inside are dog shit and people don't like them, ripping it, it's not going to make a difference what the box art looks like. It's not going to make a difference when you see the packs inside if they still don't like it because it looks like the old box. The cards inside is what matters the most. The box is whatever. CN1 didn't hit fucking $1,000 at a point because of the box art. No, nobody was buying that shit. Oh, I want to display it for the box art. It's so good. No, they didn't. Like, they bought it because it was hyped up to shit. That's one thing. It was scarcer. It was scarcer than, most of the other sets besides Kickstarter. People were able to play only using that set. There were so many factors that raised to it rising up. The box art fucking wasn't one of them. That box could have looked like absolute dog shit. Probably still would have hit $1,000 back then. Would not have mattered. When you look at boxes, like all these sealed retro boxes of like Pokemon, is the box art the reason that it goes for high prices? No, not necessarily. The cards inside and what can be pulled dictate what the box is worth, and the fact that the box is sealed itself. People were making such a big deal about the box. Now they've changed it. It looks cool. This is something that they should have done in the next set. CN1's box art looks like dog shit when you look at Nightfall. You could have saved this. Now, obviously not the same artwork because of the card, but you could have saved something like that for the next box art. And I don't want to hear stupidity of, what if they don't make it to another set? If the first set is the only thing dictating their success, then they would have been full of shit saying they have plenty of money to, feed the first year or two. The first set isn't going to solely dictate how they do. It's a massive first step. But if there's some tweaks that you need to do, that's fine. Like the cards, having the cryptid lore on the cards, that's something that can easily be changed on the next set. That's something we can see later. That's not groundbreaking, not going to alter things drastically. Box art and pack art, that can be changed, and for the next set, it's not going to be a drastic thing. It's going to be improvement. This is their first set. And I think Easton said it best. They did all this work, all this R&D, to then fucking change your mind last second with a month to go. Like, what? You did all this research, this is what you came up with. Even if it's not the perfect design, this is what you decided on. Stick with it. But now that you're backtracking, I don't want to say looking weak. You're taking community feedback too much at that point, in my opinion. I think that they should be listening to it, but this is drastic, in my opinion. Like, I'm worried that we might not see it at release date at this point. And I know when printing cards, odds are they're printing most of the packs, and then they can probably, behind it, start printing the boxes, and then start to fill the packs and the boxes afterwards, and then it kind of end at the same time. That's how I'm assuming the print process works, because you don't want to have sitting a bunch of fucking boxes. But it's not a good thing, and you're letting the prisoners run the asylum. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, but they're your end consumers. No. A lot of people in that fucking Discord are old fans. They are not your greater audience that you're looking for. They are your old audience that you need to try to retain a portion of them, but you will not retain all of them. You will not retain a majority of them because they've either been burned in the past by MetaZoo. The card layout's not the same, so they're not going to fuck with it. The gameplay's not the same, so they're not going to fuck with it. There's no fourth walls. Those are reasons they're not sticking regardless. They're not going to entertain it to start off regardless. And if they do, they're going to FOMO in, or it's because they say, fuck it, let me just give it a chance and stop being a petty bitch about it. And people can be petty about it. I don't care. Like, that's fine. You want to be butthurt about it? Like, that's fine. But bitching about it all the time, people bitch about box artwork and whatnot, like, y'all doing too much. You really are. And they just fed into it. And there was one comment, let me see if I can look at it, where another one that I just completely agreed with what they said. And it was, watch me have not taken a screenshot of it. I probably didn't. There it is. They changed that really quickly, so just imagine what else they could change if the community says something, and then in quotation marks, within reason. This is going to give people the idea that their voice matters more than it does. They're about to get a lot of dog shit ideas. They're going to get a lot of opinions from people that aren't going to spend major money. A lot of opinions from people that are just talking just to talk. You saw a lot of those with the old iteration of MetaZoo, like Mike's Ask Me Anythings and people giving suggestions. No offense, but all the offense. A lot of your guys' fucking comments during those and opinions were dog shit. Were trash. I've seen some of the stupidest fucking things. And some of it I'd hope was trolling. Like, you see dumb shit like, oh, MetaZoo X IHOP when. Shut the fuck up with your stupid ass opinion. I don't get it. I personally don't get it. It's not a good look, in my opinion. And again, I agree, the new box looks better, but now it looks stupid. Mixed with the old packs. It looks like indecisiveness. And I just don't think it was the right decision. And people think like, oh, it's not really complaining, or like, oh, the right people are complaining. Not necessarily. If they don't like the cards inside, they just bitch to get a new box art, and then they're going to say fuck the game if they don't like the gameplay, or if they don't like the card art. So who are you catering to? I should know better than most people. There's a lot of MetaZoo fans that just want to bitch and probably aren't going to spend money to grow your business financially, and will leave at the second that they see that their investment might be going down. And I say investment because a lot of people treated it as an investment, and they can say that they didn't, and they're full of shit. Because if you didn't treat it partially as an investment, you wouldn't have dumped it quicker than some people dump their fucking significant others cheating on them. Like, you're catering to the wrong people. And this could have waited for the next box, for the next set. And you're just reinforcing the bitching. You're getting people in their heads to think, oh, remember when we did that? Guess what we can do with our voice now? You did not spend $2 million on this fucking company. This is not your company. This Discord makes certain people feel like they mean more than they actually do to a company. And I'm not a fan of that. We need to separate the company from the consumers. And people could be like, oh, that's harsh. Oh, this is a family. I've said it before. I do not fuck with a lot of people in this community. There's a lot of people I dislike. There's a certain amount of fake people. A certain amount of people full of shit. I fuck with a specific amount of people. I'm as real as it comes. It's a phrase I use all the time. I'm the realest motherfucker in every room I step into. And there's just so much bullshit that I saw throughout the whole bankruptcy and after. And I don't fuck with most of the people. And some of the people bitching were solely people investing or butthurt that their investment tanked, or butthurt about their winnings. Like, you're gonna see people start to bitch about stuff more at certain points. Hey, why if MetaZoo starts to do amazing, you're gonna see dumbasses come out the woodworks. Hey, now that you're making all this money, how about that Dark Tower pricing? Hey, how about those pre-order money? You're gonna see stupid ass shit like that. And it's not good, in my opinion. They should be listening to the community and feeding out the good ideas from the bad. Yes, they can listen. Majority of the ideas are not going to align with what they had in mind or be good ideas. You ask anyone for another card game, say something's hyped for months, and then they change the design last minute with a month or less to go before release date. There's going to be uproar to some level. That is not a good look, in my opinion. And that is not the way that you should have came across as listening. You can listen on the next set. If it flops, it flops. Stick to your guns. If it fails, then listen to everyone and see what the improvements can be made. Because if you wanted to listen to everyone else, just fucking keep the old game. Just keep the old borders. Most people wanted red borders. Why didn't you keep those then? This is your company. Why are we should not have a massive say in what happens, because at the end of the day, the existing Zoo fan base is going to be, if this is major, is going to be the minority. The original fan base is going to be part of a thing of the past, if it gets to where it can be. So listening to something as trivial and stupid as box art just to appease people, it's fucking stupid. And you can disagree with me. That's fine. I don't mind. But unless Charlie in his gut feeling thought, hey, this is the right thing to do, go for it then. But if it was solely because you saw bitching from people in the community, I think you made the wrong decision. You could have improved the box art for the next set. And if the cards are a hit inside, the box art doesn't fucking matter. Really doesn't. Look at those box arts that look great of the old MetaZoo. Don't mean shit. Print runs matter. The cards inside matter. Box don't matter in terms of price. Box don't matter as much in terms of selling. People can say, oh, you know, if it needs to look good, it needs to stand out. The red stood out more, in my opinion. Might not have looked as good as the new one, but it still stood out. And now it just looks like a mismatch of we didn't know what to do. So we kept what we wanted, and we gave the community what they wanted, and we put it together, and it looks like a shitty fucking collage. And you're probably going to hear bitching about the pack arts when we get them. And it's just a matter of time. People are so focused on the box art. A lot of people don't even realize about the packs. We'll see what happens with that. And I saw at least one person complain about, oh, this is the Monkey King set, like butthurt about not having the 4 cryptids. And there were two cryptids I weren't a fan of on the original box, but I think that the old box was better. I think it reminded me more of the old MetaZoo. And if you look at the old MetaZoo boxes, everyone but CN had a cryptid on it. So if your butt hurt about it having just the Monkey King on it, it has two. It has Mothman too on the side. The other ones I think had them on the sides, maybe. I don't remember. But on the face of it, just one. Is Wilderness the Bigfoot set? Is Nightfall the Mothman set? No, there's other cards with it. Is Seance the Walking Sam set? Is UFO the Flatwood set? No. It's a stupid ass fucking opinion. That's what I mean. Just because you have an opinion, don't mean it's a good one. Just because you want something doesn't mean you actually should get it. And this is supposed to be trial and error and listening to the community. This was not the time to listen to the community this late in the game. Was not. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope we can look at this in a month or two and I'm just fucking stupid and dead wrong and MetaZoo hits the moon. It's not going to be because of the box art, I'll tell you that fucking much. And I don't know. I don't get the reasoning for it. But could be a good sign, could be a bad sign. Who knows? I'm sticking by it. I'm not changing anything. I have my allocations already well submitted. And we'll see where it goes. But at the end of the day, if the cards inside people don't fuck with, box art ain't gonna mean jack shit. So it'll just turn out to be an unnecessary change that appeased the minority. Alright, yo. That's just me venting and giving my opinion on it. Most of y'all probably will disagree, but business-wise, not a great idea. Just not. And hopefully Charlie listens and one day does away with that Discord, because I still don't believe that that's a good idea, especially if you want to be a major company. Discord's fine, but the people inside it shouldn't talk. That's what other communities are for. That's what Oasis and these other Discords are for secondary market and whatnot. You shouldn't need to have other people police it. Whatever happens, secondary market happens. Whatever people talk about, if you want someone to engage in those other ones, sure, cool, have them do that. But, I don't know. I haven't thought it was a good idea since they did it. Sticking by that. So, I'm just rambling now. Probably too far away from the phone anyways, where I'm kind of sounding low, so my bad on that. Alright, y'all. Well, I'll hopefully get to some videos I'm really excited to make soon. And then schedule them out and then have some fun with those. But I just figured I'd vent about it and just say everything out loud. Alright, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.